I wear a Stetson now. Stetsons are cool. And I realise that this does not fit me for shits. I'm reviewing a town called Mercy.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done.
The gunslinger is a cyborg. Half man, half machine.
You're really letting him do this.
Save us all? Yeah, I really am.
Everyone who isn't an American, drop your gun.
So, before we start the review, I'm just going to adjust the camera just slightly. And I'm just going to explain what this is. It's actually an Indiana Jones hat. It's got a little Indiana Jones symbol right there that says Indiana Jones. And this isn't really actually a Stetson, it's more a fedora. If for those of you who know Indiana Jones. It also doesn't fit me because it's quite old. You know, it's got all the Indiana Jones marketing on inside as well. But it's a stunt hat that I brought when I was in Florida in a restaurant called, I think it was Cracker and Barrel, something like that. Really nice restaurant. And the reason it's a stunt hat is because it has like bendy wire in the inside of the hat, so you can like bend it into whatever position you want. And basically, these are the sort of hats that Harrison Ford uses, for example, when he's riding a horse and they staple the top of the hat so it stays onto his head. Obviously they don't staple it into his head, they staple it on the sides, but that's enough history on Indiana Jones. I'm reviewing Doctor Who, completely non-related to Indiana Jones, but I thought the hat was quite relevant. So yeah, I'm reviewing Doctor Who, Series 7, Episode 3, A Town Called Mercy. Before I start, my 3 most anticipated episodes of this series were Asylum of the Daleks, A Town Called Mercy, and The Angels Take Manhattan. Now, Asylum of the Daleks, you've seen my review, if not I'll put a link. Then I ended up liking dinosaurs on a spaceship in the end, so I'll put a link to that as well. But what's my view on A Town Called Mercy? Well, I'm going to creep you guys out here and I'm going to get super too close for the camera here. I fucking loved it. Not gonna lie, I fucking loved it. I thought it was great. It was one of those episodes where you just need a good old Western contemporary story thrown into Doctor Who. It just works. I knew it would work, and it did work. It worked perfectly. We got to see the dark side of the Doctor. I love seeing the dark side of the Doctor. I love seeing the Doctor do things that the Doctor wouldn't normally do. Because it's great. He wielded a gun a few times. I mean, he never uses weapons, and he still wielded a gun. He never used it, but he wielded it, and like looked like he could use it. I mean, even when he faced the gunslinger, he could have used his gun, but rather than using his gun, he got his sonic out and made a big sonic sound wave and hurt the cyborg. Poor old cyborg. I like the cyborg. He was quite nice. And the guy who played the alien doctor who turned out to be the bad guy, Carlo Jex, my god, he was good. He was so good. He was such an arsehole. Like, he was nice to start off with, and then when the doctor found out, like, his past, he becomes such an arsehole. Even when the doctor ends up having to save him rather than chuck him out to the gunslinger, he's still an arsehole to him. He's still saying how he could never act, he could never do it. That's the one thing that the Doctor's never been able to do. It was brought up in the End of Time as well, when Rassilon, or the narrator, whatever you want to call him, but clearly he's Rassilon because David went back into the Time War, Rassilon, back into hell, so you'd imagine it's Rassilon. And even Rassilon said, he can't find the will to do what is necessary, or something like that. And it's true, the Doctor would never do it. He would never kill a person, even a bad guy. It's like I mean, Solomon, that was different. because he did that cleverly, because the missiles as well he could have sold if they weren't flying at him, but he did that more cleverly, so that wasn't like out of character or anything. He did that because he deserved it. Whereas, even though Carla Jex deserved it, the marshal who died trying to protect him told the doctor that he wanted him to protect him. So if the doctor didn't protect him, the marshal would have died for nothing. And that's what was good about it. So he had to. You know, the marshal handed over his badge to the doctor, and the doctor had to take on the role. And he did it. And he stopped them from taking Carla Jex. And then Carla Jex blows himself up because he realises that he can't live on like that. And it was just really, really, really fucking good. I mean, I would have a lot to say on this, but I just, you know, it's 11:36. I'm quite very tired. Quite very tired. That's a new thing right there. And it's all starting to skip my mind. I'd have to watch it again. But I really, really like a bit that I could actually bring up in the trailer very, 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 very quickly, if it doesn't take too long. Bear with me. Ah, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Come on. Alright, hold on guys. Let's take you over to the trailer. This is the actual like full Series 7 trailer, but my laptop's being a douche.
So, how much trouble are we in?
Right, so obviously we've seen this earlier in the Daleks. It's not this, obviously, not this.
Dinosaurs on a spaceship.
It's a really good line, but I know I'm gonna not remember it properly.
We're very cross with you. Today,
Hey.
I honour the victims first. His, the Masters, the Daleks, all the people who died because of my mercy.
See, this is what happens when you travel alone for too long.
That was a very
We'll get through this, I promise.
good line. I loved that line. He goes, we could end it now. We could end it all now. And Amy's all, that's not how we roll, and you know that. And then he goes, but that's just it. But that's just it. Today I honour the victims first. His, the Masters, the Daleks, all the people that have died because of my mercy. Right, and it was a really good line. That was when we saw the dark side of him. And I loved it. Yeah, I'm just going to creep you out right there. That's it. I don't think we've had a cowboy like western Doctor Who story since The Gunfighters, which was a William Hartnell story back in the 60s, for those of you who don't know. And it's also available in the Earth story box set, which I really, really want, because I love The Gunfighters. What can I say? I'm one of those people that loves Doctor Who westerns. I just think they work. You know, it's just like, the Doctor's such like a flamboyant character all the time. He's such a sort of character that tends to get excited about things, especially when you look at like Tom Baker and you compare Tom with Matt Smith. They both kind of get excited about stuff easily, and when you look at it like that way, you know that the Doctor would love to be in a western town. And I love it when they enter Mercy, and the first thing that happens is when a street lamp goes all funny, the Doctor goes, that's not right. Sonics it and then realises that it's an electric lamp 10 years before its time. And Rory says, it's only a bit out. And then he says a line about Rory leaving his phone charger in Henry VIII's ensuite, which I was like, wow, time travel. You've got to fucking love it these days. But yeah, so it was actually a proper historic Western town. But Carla Jex had, like, given them cures to, like, medicine and stuff. Cures to medicine? Like, medicines that are, like, cures for, like, diseases there isn't a cure for yet. And, built them electric street lamps and gave them heat and electricity. And I was like, he's fucked up time and the doctor doesn't care. The doctor admires it until he finds out that he's a bastard. But, there's a lot of swearing here. I'm not going to bleep it out. I might just put a little warning saying this was filmed at 11:40 PM. He was very tired and he swears a lot. Children under the age of 15 should not watch this review. Yeah, that's the warning I'm going to put at the front. Yeah, but I need to go for a wee. So I'm going to end this review. My overall rating, I give this 11 out of 10. Yes, it beats Asylum of the Daleks. I don't care what you Asylum of the Daleks fans say. Yes, I liked Asylum of the Daleks. Yes, I know I said it was my favourite. But I said it was my favourite of the series so far. And then it got to my second most anticipated story. And I loved it even more. So it's 11 out of 10. I'll see you next time with The Power of Three, which I have no anticipations for whatsoever. I don't know what to expect. I have no idea what's going on at all. Probably like most of us, I have no idea what these black cubes are doing. There is some sort of countdown thing, so I'd imagine it's some sort of maybe bombs. I don't know, but also I've heard about apparently one of the Doctor's hearts is supposed to stop working, which is why he clenches his chest in the next time trailer. But even in the next time trailer, I still don't know what's going on. I know Unit's going to appear, but I still don't get what's going on. I think the synopsis makes no sense, and I don't think I'm going to make sense of it until I see the episode. So, right now I have no expectations. So it's going to be like Dinosaurs in the Spaceship. Although Dinosaurs in the Spaceship I thought was going to be stupid, whereas this one I have no expectations because I don't get it. And I think that might be even better, because it might be like going in fresh and go... I mean, I saw all the filming pics and everything, and I still didn't get it. So I'm just going to go in fresh, and hopefully I'll like it. But my next anticipated episode is The Angels Take Manhattan, which I have a really, really cool rumour that I read into today, which I might do a separate video on, because I don't want to do it in this video. Even though this video is going to have spoilers on it, I don't want to do it in this video because it's not related to this episode. Another thing as well, I don't know about you, or whether it was just me, but towards the end of the episode I'm pretty sure I saw a woman in like kind of a Victorian get-up that looked like Jenna Louise Coleman. If any of you saw a woman in that looked like Jenna Louise Coleman, just a bit, comment below, because I'm pretty sure I saw a woman in that looked a tad bit like Jenna Louise Coleman. Unless I'm going mad, or unless it's a plot twist that I've actually noticed for once. Well, the only other one I really noticed was in Flesh and Stone, way back when the Doctor went off to go do the angel thing and he wasn't wearing his tweed. Then when he comes back to tell Amy something, you can see quite clearly that he was wearing his tweed. They didn't make it too obvious, you only saw bits of like the tweed, but that kind of made you think, hold on, wait a minute, where the fuck did he get the tweed from? You know, the angel had it like 5 minutes ago, so where did it appear from? And that's what made me start thinking, but I never got it right. I had to wait till the Big Bang to actually find out the whole thing. But I knew it must have been a future Doctor, and got that right. So, thanks for watching this review. 11 out of 10. I think it's definitely one of the ones worth watching. Out of all three, I think you could get away with actually watching this one first, and then watching the other two. Just because this one it could introduce you to the series, this one, because you don't even know how Amy and Rory end up back with the Doctor. They just walk into this town. No idea how they ended up back with the Doctor. I mean, Dinosaurs on a Spaceship and Asylum of the Daleks showed how they ended up back with the Doctor, but this one didn't. They were just with the Doctor. And I thought, oh, well, glad I saw that. I didn't want to see how they get back with the Doctor. I didn't give a shit about all that. You know, I gave a shit in Pond Life, but I didn't with this because I thought, oh, that's pointless, isn't it? It just takes up time, and this way they've managed to condense an action with an emotional feel episode, 45-minute episode that I felt was like a movie. This could have been a Doctor Who movie, and that would have been pretty awesome. Right, now I'm desperate for a piss, so I'm going to say see you later, and I'll see you again with my next review, which will be Doctor Who Series 7, Episode 4, The Power of Three. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.